Well, hard-fought game. They're obviously a great opponent. Fourth time we played them in 2 years, and I really have a lot of respect for their players, how hard they fight. Going into the game, I really thought it was a big factor. Can we fight as hard as they fight to win? And I thought we did. We had to match their level of effort, and I thought we did. And it was a well-fought game. We were able to keep the ball in our hands. Win the time of possession. We made some big plays. Guys on both sides of me made big plays. And as we walked out before the game, the last thing I said to them is, this is the playoffs. They're a great opponent. You need to, match their level of talent. It's all about an individual battle. So, it's Matt Williams versus Tavier Thomas. It's Malik Taylor versus their corners, and that's how it really unfolded. And we were fortunate enough to come out with a victory.
Coach, the quarterbacks, I guess, was this the plan to go back and forth, or was it kind of just the feel of the game kind of decision?
Yeah, it's I guess both. Feel of the game and back and forth. But we knew Reggie's our starter, and that hasn't changed. And Trevor knows that. It's we establish who's a starter by a body of work, and so the body of work. Trevor was our second-string quarterback at the beginning of the season, but we knew that Trevor was going to roll in that game and have opportunities, and he did that. And when he was rolling, he did some good things, and we stayed with the hot quarterback, and in Reggie's defense, it's it's tough. He hasn't had as much practice time, but both of them, they respect each other. They do what they need to do to support the team, and it's all about trying to move on. And I think both of those guys have a good sense of how that works.
Tony, was that you were going to go with the hot quarterback in the second half?
Well, I really honestly, we talked about it at halftime, and we talked about the fact let's use Trevor in the first possession of the second half, then we scored in that possession. We scored in the next possession. We scored in the next possession, I believe. So it became kind of a shootout in the second half, where in the first half defenses dominated, in the second half, the offenses were up and down, and so that was. I talked to Reggie several times on the sidelines in the second half, and I said, you gotta be ready if we need to roll with you. So that's what good teammates do for each other, and they're both great teammates.
I know it was early, but you got the safety, the field goal, the touchdown, 12-0, even though it was still the first quarter. What did that do to your confidence, any of the players, or you mentally coming in here playing a team with an undefeated record?
Well, we knew they're a great team. I mean, certainly, they're the undefeated GLIAC champs, and I can say this now, I've been dying to say it for 2 years. We were the undefeated GLIAC champs for 2 straight years, and when Grand Valley beat us last year, everyone says, well, win when it counts. No, they already won when it counts this year. They've put a ring on their finger. We respect that. We know how hard that is to go undefeated in our league, go undefeated. So we respect that. And so I talked to the kids about that. We've got 3 goals. One is to go win a GLIAC championship. Second is to be undefeated. And third is to win a national championship. I told our guys, we only have 1 in play now. They already did 2 of those things. And so I credit them a lot. It's really hard to go undefeated in 11 games. And so we knew they were a great team for sure. And then to answer your question, yes, try to get ahead here a little bit. I felt like halftime was going to be a shootout. I thought, a break here and there was going to be the key factor, and we were able to survive it. It's the best I can really describe it. We survived it. They're incredible, and so they fight. They fight so hard. The difference, I've coached against them now, I guess 7 times. 5 years. The difference between now and the previous early years when we coached, these kids are fighters. I mean, they battle so hard, and they're a great group of young men that play the game the right way. So I credit them a lot.
Trevor, can you take us a little bit through your journey through the game and maybe touch upon just the season to come where you've been to where you are now?
You know, when we practice, we got an order. We know, like, I know I'm the number 2 and all the other stuff, but you know, we're both trying to get ready for a game regardless of who's going to start. You know, it's football. Any play could be your last play, and there's a chance that you can get in at any moment's notice. So you always got to be ready. So we go through the preparation, the two of us, as pretty much the starter. So that's how we attack the year. That's how everything's going. And today it just turned out that today was my day. You know, I got an opportunity to roll in there, made a few plays, and then coach stuck with me. It's not that Reggie was playing bad or anything like that. You know, he's a great athlete, great quarterback, and you know, if any way we can help the team, that's how we're going to attack this.
And how did it feel in the second half, you know, when you're facing Grand Valley and you're in the quarterfinals?
You know, they're a great defense. We've had to watch a lot of film on them. I personally have gone over different film just to see the different things that they do, because they try and confuse us, because they're really well coached in the way that they disguise coverages and their front seven and everything like that. So it was more or less of a chess game, and you know, I was just kind of playing it in the moment, you know, trying to execute and help my team win.
Trevor, just having you and Reggie on the team, what does that bring to your offense when you guys are both running quarterbacks, both kind of different skill sets? Just what did that bring to the team today?
Honestly, you know, we're two different guys. That's, you know, we play the game a little bit differently, and our guys know that, and it just gives opposing teams another thing that they got to worry about. But we're both fully capable of executing our offense to the best of our ability, and we just go out and try and make plays.
Tony, did you have any plan on how you wanted to use Malik Taylor today? Because you know, he was pretty special what he did.
Yeah,
Including
Malik
the
Taylor
kickoff.
is definitely a special player. You know, we fought hard to get him. It was really a great battle between Grand Valley and Ferris State to get Malik Taylor, and you know, he's just a special player. We didn't throw it a lot. We were just trying to, you know, the last time we were kind of always in chase mode here. Last time we were here, and so I didn't want to be in chase mode. I wanted to run the ball. I wanted to get Jahan going and some other guys, and we just wanted to take our shots with Malik when we got him. But Malik said, you know, they're pretty loose on me, so you know, I'm going to have to, you know, run shorter routes. He said at halftime, and some of those plays we ran were really checks. Trevor made checks to get Malik the ball on the boundary, and the one play was, I mean, I don't know how many people had a chance to tackle him, but I ran down the sidelines. Yeah, I was so excited for him, but you know, he's just a great player, sophomore, so he can make me a good coach for 2 more years. Both these guys on this side can make me a good coach for 2 more years because they're both sophomores.
Malik, can you take us through that play? I think Tony's talking about the one where it bounced off about 3-4 guys, spun around, skipped a little bit, and got down there too.
Well, first I just want to congratulate GB, like following up on what Coach said. You know, it's not easy coming undefeated into the season, and really just got to give thanks to Trevor for, you know, scrambling around and letting me make that play. And, you know, when I caught it, I just knew I had to make a play for my team. I knew that it was going to be, you know, wide receiver versus DBs. We both had to just make plays, and just hats off to them for just giving me the ability to make those plays.
Were you surprised you were able to do what you did on the kickoffs? That I think you averaged 29 yards.
Yeah, well, you know, hats off to my team. You know, without them, I wouldn't be able to make those plays. You know, they're great blockers. We put so much pride into this in practice, so really just hats off to them. You know, all credit to them.
Coach said it was a battle to get you to Ferris. What was the inside?
I guess it really just came down to, you know, I felt the love at Ferris, you know, with him being a former coach at Montrose. You know, I just felt that connection, and really it had a lot to do with my high school coach, Reinhardt, and you know, he just gave me great feedback on coaching me, so that's really what it came down to.
Montrose Rams. Coach Reinhardt was an assistant of mine for a year, so it kind of helped to have that connection.
Trevor, you have a lot of different weapons and, at your disposal, as does Reggie. Can you talk a little bit about Malik and what he was able to do on the field today?
Malik, all we got to do is put the ball in the air and he makes plays. He makes us look good. We can miss a little bit and he'll make up for it. He runs great routes, really physical at the line and everything like that. He just gives us confidence that we can go his way. Whenever we get pressure or we got problems, we're going to go throw it to our guys. And, we got a bunch of them. Shakur Sanders last week had, great numbers, and this week it's Malik. So, it's anyone's game this time, and just happened to be Malik, and, he's just a great athlete.
Trevor, was there ever a time in the second half where you guys started to feel like, wow, we got this, it's opening up, because the offense just took off?
Not really. We really didn't focus on anything like that. It was one possession at a time. We wanted to, chip away, and our mindset was we need to score every possession, make it easy on our defense, go down the field, take some time off the clock, and just play our game. It wasn't more or less like, we're good here, we can take the foot off the gas or anything like that. It was more or less, we're just going to play our game until the clock hits 0.
But you got to have a lot of confidence in your linebackers and D-backs to put that much pressure on a kid like Bart Williams.
Yeah, Zach led the GLIAC in sacks this year. There's times we play a little bit thinner back there. It's obviously a little nerve-wracking because, Matt Williams can make anyone look silly. Brandon Bean's a great receiver. Smith's a great receiver. I mean, it goes on and on with Nick Dotson. They're all great, and so it's stressful for sure. But we really need to win the line of scrimmage, and our whole emphasis has been that way. Is we got to try to contain Marty Carter. I said it on Wednesday. And Marty Carter could be running. He could be running for Ohio State, and you wouldn't know he was a D2 guy because he's a D1 caliber athlete. So we had to kind of set. We have no choice. We got to try to control that. He broke off, and he had it's still a good game, but it wasn't the 200 and some yards of rushing yards that he's had, and so that's our burden. And our secondary, for the most part, did a nice job, but you're just going to lose some of those battles to great athletes.
So Zach, what was your mindset being on the defensive line to put your coach at ease?
We just know we're a solid defense, and we trust our DBs. We know if we dominate up front, put pressure on the quarterback, they're going to make the plays back there. So that was our goal going into it, and I think we did a great job.
Did you enjoy hearing that he wanted more pressure from you guys?
We get it a lot. We got a lot of pressure put on us as a D-line. We're a very solid unit across the board. We can roll in our 2s, 3s, and it's no difference. So I like hearing the pressure.
Tony, any thoughts about just reaching the semifinals and maybe touch upon the reseeding? What's your thoughts on that?
On the what?
The reseeding, whether you're going to...
Oh, the reseeding, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about the reseeding. I don't know why their initiative was such that they decided to reseed here. We'll find out tonight who we play. As far as making the semis, I'm just proud to be connected with the game of football with this area of West Michigan. Coming here, I've always been humbled by, knowing how great this program is and respecting Brian Kelly and Chuck Martin as friends of mine, and so I've always admired what they've done here, so we're just really proud to be able to carry on our great university and our coaching staff, players, and our administration. We're proud to carry on into the semifinals. It's not easy to do. We had to win 3 games against 3 great opponents. We had some good fortune in that we were able to stay local. We became a number 2 seed. We stayed home, and then traveled 50 miles or 60 miles to Grand Valley State University. So we've been able to stay local, and that probably helped us a little bit to be rested. you know, people talk about them having a bye week. I don't know if the bye week helps. We had a bye week, you know, 3 years ago, or I guess it was 2 years ago, and last year we didn't. So it's tough, but really proud to be able to do what we've done with this group of young men. I said to them after the game, you know, seriously, I think we could have been 1-5. The last time we were here, we were lucky to beat some teams, and we were not a good football team. And you know, we've made a lot of progress. So it's probably one of the more fulfilling seasons I've ever had because we've fought, we didn't quit. We lost our first regular season game after what, 28 straight games we won in the regular season. We lost our first this year. You know, our team could have folded up, but we continue to fight and continue to come to practice every day and try to get better. And it's really a credit to our players and the leadership that we have in our team.
To kind of build on that, what's it say about the strength of the program after losing the big stars from last year and actually coming back and reaching even farther this year?
That's funny to think about that because, you know, I mean, I'm sure Jason's watching the press conference, and Lamp right now is, you know, happy as heck, and Justin Zimmer, and those three guys were just great players and great leaders. And a lot of people said, you know, when those guys leave Ferris State, we'll see what happens to Ferris State. And I think that put a chip on our guys' shoulders a little bit that, hey, you know, we lost three great players amongst a lot of others that were really key to our success, and yet here we are. So proud that these guys kind of continue to fight, and proud of really, you know, we've been there 5 years, so proud of the first class that bought into our philosophies. And you know, Trevor been with me. You know, we recruited him on short notice because we took the job December 22nd, 2011. Had very minimal time to put a class together, and yet there's probably 16 of those guys playing a key role in our season. So proud that we've been able to develop, and proud of anybody that played for us in the last 5 years and hung in and fought as hard as they have to be here today. They've all contributed.